so we can have it for all of us. All right, I just wanted to introduce myself one more time. I don't know if here, I see one name which I don't recognize, so I would go ahead and do that. My name is Masha. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I'm a Kundalini Yoga teacher. I combine these two modalities for a while and I find that they are working very, very well together. They kind of speak the same language, they tell the same story, and they just both help me so much in my life. That's why I'm so called to share it with you. And let me just share my screen for a little presentation I prepared for you. If you want, you can share in the chat where are you coming from, what do you do, like anything, like a sentence or two. That would be awesome. Okay. You can see I'm terrible at the technologies. How do I make you big? Like this. Okay. We'll stay like this because I cannot figure out what to do with it. All right. We are here at the full moon. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Here we are. I wanted to check the chat, but for some reason I cannot see it. That's the reason I was so hesitated to do a lot of online classes, because I feel like my brain goes all of the different directions with technology, that I can't focus on what are we here about, like what we came here to do. So let's focus. The full moon. Full moon happened in Nakshatra Ashlesha. And everything I'll be speaking here would be in the Vedic astrology. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about Vedic astrology and how we do our calculations. Vedic astrology uses sidereal horoscope, which is way different from Western astrology. So your Western chart most likely will not align with Vedic chart. And that's okay. They use different calculations, and because they use different calculations, the results are also different. Like the signs and planets means the same, but the way we combine them and the way we read them are different. But readings mostly stay very similar. You will find that, like having your Vedic chart read or Western, they very similar to each other. I just wanted to mention that because this full moon happened in a constellation of Cancer, and you probably saw in the mainstream, like all of the posts in the last few days, where that full moon happened in Leo. And that's about the difference we have with a Western and Vedic astrology. It's about one sign. It's at 23 degrees. I'm going to say one more thing about the horoscope, just for clarity, and we're going to drop that because I know it's a little too nerdy for astrologers. But the Vedic astrology uses actual position of the stars and planets in the sky, and Western astrology uses seasons and equinoxes, and that's where the difference comes from. I posted something on Instagram about that. You also can do your own research and find out what is the difference. But yeah, now it's clear, so no one would think like, why are we talking about full moon in Cancer? And here's the little screenshot I took yesterday during the full moon. And that's when you can see moon being in a Cancer sign last night. And that's how we follow the stars in Vedic astrology. We just look at the sky where the moon is, that's where it is, we don't add anything to it. And in Vedic astrology, we divide the signs in a little parts. And the part of the Cancer where this full moon happened was in a constellation, not constellation, it was in a star of Ashlesha, and it's constellation Hydra, the sea serpent. And Ashlesha is right here, like on the end. And that's where a full moon happened. It rised, like it achieved her fullness at that part of the sky. And the most interesting about the full moon and being it in Ashlesha, that symbology of this nakshatra. Symbol of this nakshatra is a coiled snake. I think it's also has something to do with the way it looks in the sky, because it does look a little bit like a coiled snake over here. What does it mean for us when we look? When we look at the sky, yeah, we see the coiled snake, but what does it mean to us? So the specifics of this nakshatra, it's an archetype of the snake, and not negative way of the snake. It's nagas, the gods of underworld. They're more benefic. It's more of they represent more of the transformation and change. Less of negative parts. But also we have to remember that it's still a snake, and it still has some venom in her. And it's quick, and it can attack you. So that's what we hear about, to talk about. So often when we have transits in this nakshatra, that's when we deal with emotional attachments, subconscious bonds, energetic cords, survival-based relationship, patterns that feels hard to leave. That's kind of things this nakshatra brings. And I don't know if you noticed that during this full moon or not, but often, like, you know, like some toxic ex will text you, or or some situations will appear where those kind of unseen subconscious patterns appear and they become more visible to us. That's the gift of Ashlesha. It shows us those patterns. So if we look at these energies from the very unconscious and disconnected perspective, that can feel very scary, right? And it's for some people very even unbearable. And we can fall into those old patterns, or we can just recognize that that's painful and just kind of stay in this pain, being in a kind of more victim mode, not changing anything about it. But if we look in this space from the more connected state, connected with our soul, with our higher self, that's when we see the opportunity. That's when we see this time that, like, let me look deeper, let me see what I can do about that. And that's the blessing of Ashlesha. People who born in this constellation usually have a very challenging lives, and they usually have a very transformative lives. A lot of things happen. Very intense energy. It's considering being a kind of dark nakshatra. And you would not expect this from Cancer, right? It happens all in a Cancer sign, by the way. But that's the part of Cancer where a little bit darkness shows up, a little bit of manipulations shows up. So when we work consciously with this energy, we can tap into the gifts of Ashlesha and get these snake powers. And we know that snakes, they doesn't overpower, they wait when they hunt, and they slowly kind of cover you and eat you up. So in this higher expression, this is mastery of emotional space. In the shadow, it becomes manipulation or control through closeness, and we all been on probably both ends of this. Let's continue with symbolism of the snake. And another very important point of it is a poison in medicine coming from the same source. Like a serpent venom is both lethal and healing. And that's where we have this opportunity to use these intense energies which are coming towards us during this full moon and turn them into the healing. So unprocessed emotions equal toxin, digested emotions equal medicine. That's the right direction to work with the energy of this full moon. And often during this time, I would recommend detoxing for the physical and emotional body, like anything what you feel you've been abusing a little bit and it's been kind of present in your psyche, like we always know when we're doing something. So it's a good time to kind of like let go for a day, for an hour, also good. Release of psychic residue, any energetic work during this time, anything like working with healers is very good, and healing through confrontational discomfort, like anything what brings, like anything we were putting aside and like I don't want to deal with that, like it's a good time to grab those things and work with them, because the energy itself helps us to carry it through. Very powerful full moon, honestly. Like we don't get a lot of Ashlesha full moon, and it's a home of moon. Moon likes being in Cancer. It's a very comfortable position for the moon. So we're getting this energy, the help, more of the help, less of kind of turmoil, and it's very good to lean towards that. That's where we come to the another symbolism of snake, its ability to shed the skin. For the snake, it's extremely important for its survival to shed the skin, and that reminds us that we should shed something too. And when you follow the guidance of the universe, it's easier to kind of move through life and know when to do what. That's why, like full moon in Ashlesha, it's a great time to deal with things like your emotional death and rebirth, identity release, letting go of outdated protection mechanisms. Growth happens through discomfort. Like this is a great time for that. The stagnation comes when you're holding on, and when you're shedding, that's when life begins. And that's this energy I wanted to bring into the month of February, because I don't know if you saw that I've been sharing a lot about my prosperity classes, prosperity meditation, prosperity Kriya. I think a lot of us has a lot of like unprocessed beliefs, a lot of energy around prosperity living in this world. And I thought it's good to use this energy of Ashlesha to shed some unwanted beliefs, to reprogram certain things around the prosperity, specifically in a realm of people in spiritual world, like entrepreneur in the spiritual world. It's very hard. It's very hard to keep up with the rest of the people, because we don't get this validation from society that like, oh, your degree matters, like between a course in astrology and a PhD in something, you kind of feel uncomfortable with your course in astrology, because you think it's not equal, but we put as much effort in it as other people in their education, Sorry, I need to drink. I talk a lot. So here we are, an unlocking prosperity moment. That's pretty much what our class would be today about. I just wanted to share a little bit background of how did I decided to do that. Prosperity, such a beautiful word, and such a misunderstood word as well. Our society, it really made us believe that it's something unachievable, or it's just for certain people, or you need to be a certain way to have it. But in the natural way of life, prosperity and abundance exist to support our experience on planet Earth. It's like flowing river, and we can just lean in and grab it, and it's always there. It's always available. And it's hard for us to believe it because we all struggle, right? Like around that. It's like we have everyone. It doesn't matter how much we have. It's always not enough, right? And it's because living in this capitalist world, it made us believe, and made this matrix we're living in, it made us believe that the only importance is money, right? Like we don't care about the process as much as we care about the getting it, right? But it's so unnatural. The natural way is just to follow your soul call, like follow what's your soul desires the most, what brings you joy, what makes other people happy, and the prosperity and abundance will come with it. But what happened, we put so much anxiety and attachment around money that it pushes it away. That's a weird thing about prosperity, that more we want, more of the tension around around money we have, like further it goes. If we go more inward and into the gratitude, and we'll be like grateful for everything what we have, that will attract so much more. But we rarely do that in our time. And all this work I invite you to do for the month of February is kind of like reconnecting with your beliefs around prosperity, about money. And I shared this beautiful Kriya, very simple Kriya on YouTube for prosperity. And that's what I offer you to do. Like, just do it for 30 days and see how it will shift. And I shared another guided meditation for your nervous system, which creates a little bit more trust, a little bit more relaxed state of your mind. And try to do it too, like for 30 days. And if you want to go full on hardcore, join my classes every week and see how that goes. The classes I offer this month are beautiful. It's the most powerful prosperity kriyas of Kundalini Yoga. And in Kundalini Yoga, we work with our energy, we work with our nervous system. We don't like actively trying to change the situation. That's, like in Tantra, there is a problem, and there is this thing you do to solve the problem. There's not a solution. There's only certain thing you need to do. You don't think about solution. You got this mantra, for example, and you just need to recite this mantra for a certain amount of time. Like the same way with Kundalini Yoga. Like if you have a problem, there is definitely kriya for you. Like, for example, I have anxiety, and there is a kriya for anxiety, and you just do this kriya. You don't do anything else. You just do this kriya, and time passes, you stay consistent, and you'll notice that your anxiety is not even there anymore. Same thing with prosperity, and that's why I invite you to do this kriya and see what happens. That's always in Kundalini Yoga, and see what happens, and a lot of happens. Trust me, I've been there, and it's a beautiful practice. So those three things: kriya, meditation, and if you're super into it, join my classes. And the last one little thing, I want to talk about reprogramming our patterns and reprogramming our thoughts. I don't know where did I learn that? I don't remember, honestly, but I know it works. I've been doing so many things through my life, so I don't even remember. Anyway, I practice that a lot with like different beliefs, not only around money, like around love, around me in the world. replacing your thoughts. Like when you have something in your mind which is like extremely, I would not say extremely negative, it's just your belief. For some reason you believe in it. Like you were told when you were a kid, or you learned it along the way, or you heard it somewhere in a movie, it stick around for some reason, and now it's something what just exists in your subconscious or conscious mind sometimes. Sometimes it appears in conscious, but it's always in your subconscious and unconscious mind. So you rewrite those, you just replace them. Instead of fighting those patterns, you replace them. And I don't know if you have a journal with you now. I want us to try it all, you know. I want us to all try that. If you have a journal, I invite you to write like 5 beliefs around prosperity and money you have. Just whatever first comes your way. Let me put this one this way so I can see it. Could be anything. We have more than 5, and I guarantee you we have so many of them, and it's more you work with this, more you discover about yourself. Some things will shock you, I guarantee you. When you start working with this, it's really interesting to see, like, where did I even take this belief? Like, where did it come from? Here I have a little examples for you, like for the old patterns. Like, making a lot of money is hard. Or like, you have to be born rich to have wealth. Or you have to become a certain type of person to be wealthy. Wealthy people are evil. Like, there is a lot of silly stuff our brain remember, and for some reason it becomes our reality. I had a lot in my head that like making money is hard, or like you gotta be hard worker to make money. Like, and universe hears you all the time. And it gives you everything you ask for. When you say like it's very hard to make money, universe gives you that, and that's what you deal with. It's a lot depends on our culture, the way we've been raised, and the way we grew up. So what we do next, we rewrite those beliefs. So next to negative one, you write something what resonates, like whatever you would tell, let's say, whatever would you tell the other person when you hear something, but on the opposite side, like making a lot of money is hard, and you said there is enough abundance for everyone. Or you have to be born rich to have wealth, and you say my presence is in this world is valuable, that you are also important with the way you are. And when we rewrite those beliefs, the most difficult part about it, every time when your negative pattern appears, to notice it, recognize it, and replace it. That's the hard part, because you have to pay attention to your thoughts. But if you do it often, it becomes so natural, and you will notice not only the patterns around money, like your entire thinking, like the way you think, the way you talk to yourself. And it's a very healing experience when you can truly watch yourself and kind of reparent yourself and be this observer for yourself. So here's the plan for the February. Journaling every day. 5 beliefs would be enough. Watching your own thoughts, doing some kriya, doing some meditation, and whoever first going to buy their own island or win the lottery, please call me. Remember that we had this class. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Let me come here to this space. All right. Now it's time for some Kriya, because I couldn't not doing a little bit of Kundalini, right? You can be sitting on the floor or on a chair. And I just want to do this Kriya, which I posted all together tonight. And we'll do a little guided meditation, the same one I posted on YouTube. And we hang out a little more. In Kundalini Yoga, we tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to, tune into your guides, to your higher self, to whoever you need to tune into to make this practice more beneficial. Close your eyes. Bring your hands together into a prayer pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Hold. Exhale. Inhale to the mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply and exhale. Feel your body. Feel your heart center. Maybe do little neck rolls, just to bring you back into your body. Feel the room. Feel your skin. And just gently roll your neck. Switch the side. Inhale to the center. I'll do just one more for warm up, just to feel a little bit, to warm up the spine. Just bring your hands to your shoulders, the thumb on the back and the four fingers in front. Kind of feel yourself steady, a very straight spine. And we're going to inhale to the left, exhale to the right, in your own rhythm. Close your eyes and just connect to your body. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale to the center deeply. Squeeze your sex organs, navel, rectum, up and in. Bring the energy all of the way up. Relax your shoulders. Exhale. And relax your arms. Now when our spine feels a little bit more awake, I'll introduce you to this Kriya. Very simple. They say you're greedy if you're practicing this Kriya for 11 minutes. And 11 minutes is maximum time. It's a very short time in Kundalini Yoga because we do Kriyas for 62 minutes, 31 minutes, and 11 minutes is like easy. And it considered being the maximum time for this Kriya. So if you do it only 3 minutes a day, it already will bring tremendous benefits to your life. We're going to move our hands between two positions. Our index fingers striking together, the thumb over the left, right thumb over the left. And the Jupiter finger is index finger is a Jupiter finger. That's what I was trying to say. Jupiter is a planet of prosperity. So that's where we bring energy of Jupiter, prosperity. Second position goes pinky to pinky. And this is the moon mount. That's where we bring energy of the moon. And we're striking them. Elbows close to your body. Forearms about 45 degrees. So your hands somewhere around your heart center and throat. And in this position, we're just making the circles. That's the first element of the Kriya. The second element is a mantra. And mantra is Har. It's a little difficult, it has rolled R. If you cannot roll your R, it's easy for me. I'm from Kazakhstan, I speak Russian. I'm like, I can roll my R. But if you cannot roll your R, pronounce it as H-U-D, Had, Had. So your tongue hitting the back of your teeth, Had. So it's very important how we use our tongue in this Kriya. Like, it works with meridians. There is magic to it. Don't think I am lying to you. It's important. And every time we chant Har, Har, we chant from the depth of our belly. Don't worry how you sound. You can sound absolutely crazy. But most importantly, it's a very powerful kind of martial art sound, like Har, 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 Har. And you pump your navel in with every sound. You're kind of like pumping this sound out of yourself. Har, 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 Har. Sounds terrifying, right? But that it works. What else can we do for prosperity, right? We'll do anything. The focus goes on the tip of your nose. You're gently gazing on the tip of your nose. You might feel a little discomfort, but try to soften it. So it looks something like this. Har, 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 Har. 3 minutes a day. We're going to try it together. I'm going to bring the music so it makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit easier. Come into the positions. And we'll do it for 3 minutes. I need my timing too. Technology, huh? All right. Inhale here. Exhale. Har, 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 Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. Exhale. Feel the space around your heart. Pay attention to your mind. This is a very simple Kriya, which can shift energy tremendously if you stay consistent with it. I will invite you to guided meditation. If you feel like laying down on your back, you can do that. If you want to stay in a chair, it's good too. Just to find a comfortable position for yourself. And inhale here deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Allow your body to settle. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Allow your breath to flow naturally. Imagine a warm, cozy cloud floating just above your head. Feel its gentle warmth. How it's slowly spreading over your head, relaxing your scalp, your skin, and your face. The warmth moves slowly, softly into your neck and shoulders. It flows down your arms, all of the way to the tips of your fingers. Feel the warmth in your chest. It gently softens the heart and lungs, creating more space. Feeling of openness, feeling of being held, being safe. Continues down through your belly, your hips and legs, all of the way into every toe. Notice how your body begins to glow with your own natural light. This is your original state. You can rest here for a moment. Now we will begin to gently say a few words. There is nothing you need to do with it. You just notice how you feel if anything arises. Prosperity, abundance, money, unlimited resources, wealth. Whatever you feel is welcome. If something arises that feels heavy or no longer needed, you just quietly say to yourself, I see you. Thank you for protecting me. I don't need you anymore. Go to the light. Take a slow inhale and a long exhale. Deep inhale and let go with the exhale. Now I will offer a few gentle statements. You don't have to force them, just simply see what resonates. I allow what worries me to resolve itself in the most soul-aligned way. I don't need to control the outcome. I trust that life supports me and guides me. I allow myself to enjoy the process. Things unfold in their own time. I move in the right direction with ease. My life flows gently. I am supported. I am enough. I belong here. My presence has value. I'm open to receive the gifts of life. I allow love, well-being, and abundance to flow toward me. I soften my grip and release attachments. I allow life to pleasantly surprise me. I listen to my soul and I trust its guidance. I accept myself as I am. I feel peace within me. I allow myself to be carried by the current of life. My world takes care of me. Begin to gently notice your breath again. Easy inhale, slow exhale. Feel your body. If you're laying on the ground, feel the weight resting into the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to sense support. Steady, quiet, reliable. Imagine this sense of ease and openness settling into your body, like something being placed gently into the soil. There's nothing to chase, nothing to prove. In this space, take a moment to feel gratitude. Not for efforts, not for outcomes, but for being here, present, alive. With each breath, allow trust to settle a little bit deeper. Trust in timing, trust in life's intelligence, trust in your own value. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to your room, carrying this grounded openness with you. When you're ready, gently move your fingers and toes. Stretch if it feels good. Take a one final deep inhale. And exhale, steady, fully out. And when it feels natural, you can softly open your eyes. You don't need to do anything else. Just be open here for life. Just slowly bring yourself back. Thank you for being in this space. Thank you for showing up.